What now? Wow, such a retard, Ducky. I hope everyone on stream hears this. But hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Beasly and Ducky. Beasly, you had no idea how close you were to losing your position there. You showed up late. I was about to get Epsilon, but just in the nick of time, you reappeared. We're here for the ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 7 fixture. It's between the top two teams in Europe right now. We got the Last Resort #2 in the league and Epsilon eSports by Fragnet Networks #1. We're going to be playing this on Snakewater G7 and Granary. Beasly, tell me why you were late quickly because they've gone live.
I honestly do not know why I was late. They haven't gone live on my screen.
I mean, they're going live in 90 seconds time.
Okay, alright, well, alright, then we got a little bit of time to talk about why I'm late. Because it is a long story, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you see here, I live in New York City, there's a lot of traffic. End of the story, story's over.
Wow, it's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, I worked very hard at that.
Jesus.
Almost as hard as my closing words the other night.
Right, my TF2 is acting very strangely. I'm going to restart it before we get underway.
We've already gone underway right here.
Well, take it over, buddy. You're running this show.
I will take it over. This is Epsilon, sponsored by Fragnet Gaming versus TLR, the Last Resort, ETF2L Week 7. And we're going to be watching a good match here as Gear rolls out on Snakewater Middle. We're going to see what he likes to do on this new enhanced version of Snakewater. What he opts to do is go into that kitchen area, fights a scout, and Hiss goes down first very early. That's a good demo pick by Epsilon. Some red players there on their side, but it's not really going to mean much as Gear goes down, while the rest of TLR dies everywhere. Evil Moon's running for his life right now. He's got 20 HP, but Bash is right on his booty hole and takes him out. A full team wipe on that first mid for Epsilon, and that's never going to be good for TLR, as we've got some people capping the second point for him, as it looks like the combo wants to get into that last point, as they still have that full Uber advantage and no heals for TLR. Mike, Numlocked, and their fancy-looking medic Raymond pop in on that right-hand side, and Mike is getting some nice shots as he shoots away. Still Ubered there, actually, on that heavy, and they get 2 picks. The heavy goes down. Kyler for Fun is down. Nadir is down, and Calho looks like he's about to be going down very, very soon, as Mike is just running rampant, and that's 2 full team wipes, about 20 seconds of living time for TLR, and that's not a good sign. You back yet, Eds?
No. Keep talking, buddy.
Looks like
Keep
Admirable
talking.
is not back yet. So, we're going to keep on watching the team that is probably going to win this match, which is Epsilon. Numlocked is rather fast, but so is Hiss here, as neither Sticky, the second Sticky connects onto Hiss from Numlocked. He also connects onto that Scout on the left side. He's going to get some nice shots onto the Scout and Soldier up there, but he's taken down by Calho. Nice play. Stefan and Bash taking names, though, as Calho and Rake go down. Next thing you know, Hiss is down. That's no demo for TLR. Numlocked has been down for a long time, so this mid-fight should be going in favor of TLR, but it is not, because the rest of those players on Epsilon are just way, way too good. And Evilmoon's going to be able to back out of this with his 2 scouts. But actually, 1 scout is a spawn. And they're not really going to be able to hold 2 here. They have to try and contest this point, but against a team like this without their spawn, who are actually going to be coming in now, Epsilon has the point already. They just don't really want to have to use this Uber in the lobby, so they're going to back it up, as it's a very, very tough map to forward hold on. But Evil Moon goes down to 4 HP. That milk was very impressive. Nadir and Rake are down. Hiss is down, as that Uber is popped for both teams. And, oh, it's just not looking good for TLR, as Epsilon caps their second round in 3 minutes.
Wow. I am still not in the game, but that is sad to hear.
Oh my goodness, and he was yelling at me for being like, would you look at this, ladies and gentlemen? Or lady and gentlemen, I should say. Technical difficulties abound everywhere. We're gonna flip it this time. Hiss is the quicker demo man, but he doesn't really get that much ground, as Numlocked is gonna get some stickies onto their team. But Hiss is doing a lot of formidable damage onto the soldiers up top. But those scouts are being uncontested by Epsilon, and they're just going to walk over and take him out. And again, Kyler for Fun is trying his hardest to do something, but Stefan knocks him out. Stefan then also knocks out Ray. 1-2 shot on the both scout, and Evil Moon again is the last alive after that mid-fight, but it looks like he's going to be able to get out and heal up his team as they're going to come and try to do something on second. Not much they can do as Raymond does have that Uber, and he and Mike are moving into that lobby area with Numlock, who sees some people on the left side as both scouts are just now spawning. So
there's a player behind us, Nadir. He's coming into the lobby, but he's been spotted. He's 150, but everybody from Epsilon turns around to deal with him, and Stefan is going to pick up that frag. And my game is almost as smooth as Stefan's reactions there. This is just beautiful, well worth the wait here, Beasly. Maybe I should talk for 10 minutes to repay you for the favour. Uber coming in here from Evil Moon, and Raymond milks, and then pops it, man. There is milk everywhere right now as the Uber comes in. It looks like the combo here is going to get cleaned up. The spawns aren't coming in for 5 seconds. And looks, yep, Epsilon are going to clean that one up, get time on the point and make it a quick 3-0 Beasly. He cast it like half the game and I only was there out of it for a few minutes. What the hell?
It's okay, you know, that's what I'm here for, Ad. But
is this going to be a 5-0?
You want to repay me that favor? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything until you take this mid. I'm not talking
crit screak here for Evil Moon. Looks like TLR are just realizing the writing is on the wall that they're about to get whitewashed 5-0. They're going to break out the crit streak and see if they can make any magic happen. Pretty defensive start here, but Rig denies gear there, and that's an important one that will definitely allow the Last Resort enough time to get their crits up. If only they hadn't just lost Kalyo and Hiss, their main caller and main damage dealer, who is pretty much the player that controls the game for him. He's gone down, and that means that Nadir and Evilman are back out, and they're just going to gamble here with the crits. Maybe this is such a gamble because he doesn't even have the shotgun. He's roaming, he's got the gunboats. He needs to hit some magic rockets here. His first one is bad, but his second one is good, but they've allowed Raymond enough time to get the charge up. He's going to pop off. Nadir will be cleaned up. And as long as Evilman makes out here and finds someone to build with, they'll actually be able to maintain a crit advantage. But Epsilon are giving chase here. Now they back off and take up a smarter position on the point. Mike's sitting there with a full buff. He's able to jump forward and deny a little bit, but catches a big pipe there from Heist. Mike down to 90, and that just sends Rick into a frenzy here, man. He smells the blood in the water. He's going to go forward, but gets denied and cleaned up with a black box of gear. Kyler onto Basta underneath, and that might just hold things for a little bit in the lobby here, as the Last Resort really struggle to try and get into this game right now, Beasly.
They really are struggling to get into this game. Their mid-fights are leaving a lot to be asked for. As like said, they're doing a defensive mid on that, and it doesn't really work as that Crits Creek is popped and takes out Raymond. Very nicely done as Numlocked is trying to get out of it. Trying his hardest. Mike actually takes down Evil Moon. I didn't see that. Thank you for saying it. But it's too little too late as both medics are down. The advantage is going to be in favor of Raymond, as Kyler for Fun and the rest of his merry band of misfits are trying their hardest to get onto that middle. Numlock's down to 10 HP, defending middle on his own, finally goes down, as Stefan, Bash, and Raymond are the only ones alive and are all on last. Actually, I have lied to you. There is a soldier for Epsilon in that saw room area. He's jumped back to his teammates, and there still is somebody behind. I gotta get my eyes on him. Man. It's Bash.
I got a news flash for you. Raymond is now running Crits Creek as well. It's going to be crits versus crits here. I'm expecting some absolute mayhem as the clock ticks down here. Raymond is just about to get his Uber charge, and I wonder who will he put crits on. He's sitting with the charge on Numlock right now. He finds the first sticky onto Evilman, got his man there. Oh! Big air shot there from Mike onto Nadir. And now in a second, Mike goes huge with back-to-back air shots there on both the TLR soldiers. Insane play from the second best soldier in the world after Yuki. Wow, he's still pretty good, man, and he doesn't even play that much anymore. What the hell?
That was very impressive. But I think Bash actually called their Crits Creek, and that cued that quick push, because Bash got in there and got some nice shots onto them before they took him out, as Kyler for Fun tries to make something happen behind Raymond there, as he knows he still has crits, and that big advantage is about to come in and destroy everybody, but he's not able to do it. Raymond and Numlocked we now see moving up onto Heist. That Crits Creek is popped, and somehow Raymond is still alive as Calho, Rake, Nadir, and Hiss all go down to that powerful onslaught, which is Epsilon, but Raymond is not strong enough to win that Ubersaw duel, while the rest of his team caps that last point 4-0 in favor of Epsilon, and I don't know if I expected anything different from this match, but I hope.
Every season, during the sort of main season, everybody hypes up one or two teams that can maybe challenge Epsilon, and then Epsilon usually roll them 5-0. Maybe this will be the lesson that TLR need to back in the playoffs, but right now they are looking severely outclassed. Ice has managed to survive for the first few seconds of middle, but Epsilon are really dominating the high ground. He needs to start putting stickies up there, and he does do that. He is putting a lot of hurt on there, but immediately gets bombed in by Gear, who takes the heat off Mike right there, getting that pick onto Heist. Nadir's bomb didn't yield any fruit for TLR, and they are slowly but surely just losing players, and that is the moment where Bash and Stefan usually come in to clean up. There's Bash with the 2k. Stefan gets the last frag onto Rick there as Evil Moon runs for the hills, man. He's already way out onto last. It's going to be Medigun versus Medigun. No crits Krieg right now. The madness is over.
Right. These defensive mids coming out of the last resort are... They really need to change something up, as Hiss is getting there a little bit earlier than Numlock just about every mid. It's just that he's not pressing W and he's not getting any ground to stop those scouts from getting in uncontested, and then they take him out. And I don't know, there's just not enough time for them to think as to what to do, as that Uber is popped in by the right side by Epsilon. It's not going to do much, but they do get one frag onto Kyler for fun, as the Uber for TLR is coming off, so we're probably going to see a repush as Numlocked walks in there. That crazy man gets taken out, but he gets some nice damage out. And 2 picks, 1 for each side. It's not going to be able to do much off of it. The most we could see here is TLR push out of this, as Numlocked is still down, and Evil Moon wants to do just that, as he and Kalhar are trying to take this lobby area just to find that everybody has already retreated from it. And so their fancy footwork down from that lower area is all for naught, and are yet to find themselves on last yet again, as they are building their own.
Are TLR still in the old Snakewater mindset? I mean, on G7 the spawn is so far back, you have a real opportunity to push if you get that pick. It's on Numlock, but they decided to defend and did just get their Uber in time to pop off here and trade with Raymond. Evil Moon actually just milks it quite a bit there, but already Heist has gone down, and with no Demo Man, I'd be surprised if they pushed here. They still have to go through Numlock. They did manage to get Bash down, which is an important pick, 1 scout down, but there is a battle continuing here as Epsilon are going to push in from the left, but they've been flanked. Kyler for fun coming in all the way behind. He's trying to focus his damage onto Stefan, having killed Numlock, but he himself will go down, and only Rake remains alive. The respawn of Heist might be enough. He's going to deny that scout on the point. He goes huge! Lands a magic pipe that splashes too. But the scout comes in. Bash is going to clean that up and make it 5-0. Wow. Almost clutched it, man. Almost clutched it. Well, I say clutched it in the last round on match point of a game you're losing 4-0. Yeah, clutch.
Yeah, I don't think Epsilon really cared what was going on there, as they were down 2. They weren't getting those spawns for quite a while. They were still just walking in on that left side uncontested. But I guess it was a good match nonetheless. We got to see some quality TF2 from one side at least, and that's always good. Sometimes you don't see any quality TF2 from either team, but
it's sort of like, it's tough because TLR are a quality side. They're definitely can be very solid and thoughtful, but they're just, you know, like playing against Epsilon is like looking into a mirror that shows you all your imperfections. And like anything that you do wrong gets punished so hard, and the last resort are really struggling to get into this game. I thought they might have been able to slow it down, but on middles they're just getting destroyed so hard that they can't put up a fight on 4 and even on last. I would have hoped, like, they play a pretty methodical style at times, but they just aren't getting anything done, man. Did they even win a single middle? I gotta check these logs.
No, they did not win a single middle, and if I could give a man of the match to anybody, it would probably be the entire Epsilon team, because they just moved as a big old unit and took out everybody. I don't think that anybody got multiple kills at one point. Everybody just kind of killed people simultaneously. 1-1-1-1-1 kill for everybody. That scoreboard was the same just about the entire time. But on Greenery, I'm kind of nervous here for TLR. Kind of nervous, because I don't know how Calho and Nadir match up against Mike and Gear.
Yeah, I mean, I think Calho's pretty good. I think the TLR combo is really their strength. Like Heist and Evil Moon have a lot of chemistry. They've played together for a long time, and Heist, he's pretty good at controlling the pace of the game generally, but his flank Nadir is like this rookie roamer. He's just his first season in Prem, only started a week or 2 ago, and he switched from demo in Div 2 to play roamer in Prem. So, you know, it's tough for him to try and outsmart these guys, especially when you're trying to bust open a flank that features Gear, Stefan, and Bash. So like, I felt before the game he was going to be a weak link, and just looking at the stats here, he is down at the bottom in terms of damage. He's down at the bottom in terms of KA per death as well. He got 3 kills for 12 deaths, only managed to put out 185 damage in this game, and he's totally getting taken out of it on middle, so he needs to just try and mix it up, maybe survive, not jump in immediately. But I think TLR are happy to use him just as a distraction rather than keep him alive, but he needs to find his openings better, or, you know, step up his game within the next few minutes.
Yeah, well, this is the map for him to do it on, as Granary Middle is notoriously the best roamer map in the game. And if there's any time for him to shine, it is right now. It's very hard to do little damage as a roamer on this map. And like you said, he is competent. We're not bashing his play by any sense of the word. We're just trying to note the importance that is playing against Epsilon.
Look at the logs as well. Like, we're bad mouthing TLR here, but we should be praising Epsilon as well. Stefan there with a 9.0 kill assist to death ratio. He went 24 for 3 for 3. Like, he just played out of his skin. No one could shut him down. You got Mike playing a solid game there. Numlocked not really doing much. I guess he kept Heist in his box, but doing enough damage at least to allow everyone else to clean up. He didn't get the credit for the kills though. Stefan, just a stealing machine there. Master Thief, man. Unbelievable. 6 stats.